Good morning, YouTube. 7 days out. We're at Branch's house. We're about to pose. Cardio's done. You're gonna look at me and get a plan for the next few days. So, like we talked about yesterday, we ran 2 low days. Pretty depleted. 237.5 this morning. So, just holding on to weight here, but getting harder, better, and better every day. So, I'm gonna have Branch look at me, and then we'll get you guys updated. We'll have a chit chat with Mom and Dad of my bodybuilding life, and we'll see little Miss Faith and the Warrens here. So let's get to it. Come on, Maggie.
Maggie.
Hi, Mama.
Jim, how are you?
All right, welcome to the humble abode of the Warrens. Branch isn't here yet. He just dropped Miss Faith off at gymnastics. She is one of the best here in Texas, and she's working her way up the ranks, so that's very exciting for her. She's an elite athlete just like her mom and dad, following in the footsteps of the hard workers that she has around her. So it's really cool to see that, see these guys get involved in her life and be really cool parents. And really they've kind of taken me under their wing as their kid as well. So I'm gonna sit, drink some coffee with Mama Trish until Branch gets here, and then we're gonna have a look at me, and then we'll talk with you guys afterwards. Maggie, what are you doing, Maggie girl? That was my favorite girl. The first time I came over here, I knocked on the door and she came and hit that thing like I was a robber. Scared the ever living crap out of me. She's kind of scary.
I'll do 50 carbs with breakfast, since we have 100 with there normally, and then I'll do the 100 carbs as my pre-workout instead of 200 because of the...
Just do normal, and we look at you tomorrow, and probably just normal again. I just don't think, dude, you're looking good. So
No, we don't need to. We don't need to fill up.
we don't need nothing extreme, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking, you're good, and it's just like I told you. Anytime you start doing extreme, if you're ready, you're ready. And if you start pushing harder, once you're ready, then you'll start going in reverse.
Right.
And that's what we don't want.
Yeah.
You've gotten bigger. You've had a few pounds of muscle in the past 12 weeks, so it's all there. So
yeah,
we're good. And I'm just going from my experience. You know, 09 Olympia, 2 weeks out, I was done. And we just started pulling back, and then you're going to get even tighter between now and the show because training and your metabolism and everything going. And same thing to 2011 auto. And 2 weeks out, I was done. And
where you gotta be.
I went to the show. I wasn't stressed. I wasn't fucking worn out.
Yeah.
Felt full. Felt good.
Yeah. That's what we
stress on stage.
Yeah. Yeah. When you ain't wearing yourself out and doing a bunch of cardio and stuff, it makes a difference, man. So I feel
doing some crazy shit the night before, like, 2 days before, you're just like, walk on stage, you feel like death.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
No.
So
yeah. Let's just keep doing what we're doing, man. I love it. So
Back at the crib. All right, guys, so you saw the man with the plan. You got to hear everything, and you hear the lowdown. So we're gonna do a regular day today. That's roughly about 350, 400 carbs, somewhere in there. So we're gonna do that today and keep you guys along for the ride. We're not gonna go meal by meal. I'm gonna eat a couple meals and then we're gonna go train. So I'll see you guys for training. I'm gonna let Brick go do some editing, keep up with the game, keep you guys getting content. Otherwise, guys, get in the comments. Let us know what you want to see. Let us know what you want to hear. Ask us questions, and we'll interact with you guys. So we appreciate you guys following along, and we'll see you guys probably for pre-workout meal. If we don't see you then, we're going to see you for a workout. We got shoulders today. See you in a little bit. All right. What's up, guys? We're here at Metro Plano, here in Plano, Texas. We're about to get a workout in. It's just another Metro Flex. The music's loud. The weights are heavy. The gym's dirty. And it's a good place to get after it in the heat. So it's a good place to get a good sweat on. We're gonna get in here, get the shoulders pumped up. Nothing crazy, but take you guys along for the ride. We'll do a little bit of talking at the end. I'm gonna let Ariel ask me some questions. As you know, she's one of the best in the world at fitness, and she's been through all the preps that you can only imagine. So she's probably got some good questions for me to pull some good headspace out of me and tell you guys where I'm at. And we'll do that at the end, but for now, let's go get after it and kill some shoulders. standing here, I'm just trying to think of what press I want to do that I feel the safest in. So there's a machine press over here that's decent, plate loaded, or if I just want to do dumbbells, or if I just want to do barbell. So kind of thinking about that for a second. I think probably my best bet and my safest choice is to use the plate loaded shoulder machine. So we'll go over here and use it. You guys are finally getting to see the sweat. So Metroflex style. This is what I love. Oh, the heat. Wear the Dennis Rodman jersey. We're about to rebound this motherfucker. This a little bit more rear delt, lateral delt stretch. As you can see, I'm just tucking my head, letting those traps stretch out, as well as everything else. I'm nice and tight from chest, and then doing shoulders on top of it. So we'll do back on Monday, we'll do chest on Tuesday, and we'll wrap things up on Wednesday with a little shoulder and arms. But things get to be pretty chill for the next couple days. Really let my body relax. We're gonna get our last massage tomorrow as far as real tissue work goes. And then we'll have Karen from Vegas. She gets out here on Wednesday. We'll have her work on us on probably Thursday or Friday. But everything's coming together as planned, guys. Getting this training session in, getting this sweat session in with a little bit of food today. Feels really, really good. Pump feels good. So something I hit on the podcast and something that's on my mind here that recently got asked is how to focus on a certain portion of your leg, and versus trying to move your feet all around the platform, which I think can cause a lot of knee pain and things like that. I think you should really try to focus on where you're pushing at in your foot. So maybe being barefoot is your best option, and then focusing on where you're pushing in your foot versus when it's weight on the outside or weight on the inside, weight on the heels, weight on the toes. That can all really, really change what part of the leg you're using. So try to focus on that versus moving your feet all over the place, because I feel like moving your feet all over the place can just cause a lot of mechanical issues and cause a lot of knee pain. So my one critique from Branch is that my calves suck. I don't really have any missing body parts. I'm pretty balanced. I need overall maturity and size, but my calves suck. So that's something I need to work on. Mostly detail, but they need to come up in size as well to match everything else. So something I'll be focusing a lot these next 6 weeks, especially going into the Arnold once I can start training hard again. I'll just do a couple sets of 10 here, get a nice little ab pump, make sure the blood's circulating through the abs, we're burning body fat like we should be, metabolism circulating, carbs are getting where they need to be. Like I said, final touches. Trying to put the gloss coating on a finished painting. Oh, there it is. All right, guys. I'm gonna do some posing, and then we'll catch you in the lobby for some questions with Ariel. So I hope you guys enjoyed the workout. Like I said, nothing fancy. Kind of work the shoulders from all angles, get a good pump, and call it a day. Work is done, and now we just enjoy, soak up some food, and ride this baby in. So super excited to show you guys what's underneath everything. I know we've been keeping things hidden away, but you can tell that I'm an improved bodybuilder for sure. But I promise you, it's much more than improved, and I'm very, very excited. I just saw the Tampa Pro. I saw what Kamal did, which gives me even that much more confidence going in, that you don't have to be the big monster guy. You just gotta be peeled, which I know we bring in the conditioning. So super excited. 7 days, baby, 7 days. We'll see you in the lobby. A lot has changed from my Texas Pro Prep in 2021 versus 2022. Obviously last year, you guys know, following along, that I coach myself. So honestly, the diet isn't that much different from what I did before, other than the fact that really I just have somebody in my ear there to tell me that I could maybe push another low day or two before it's time to feed myself. So I think I was just feeding myself a little bit early and not pushing into a hole as far as I could have, really digging that last bit of body fat out. So that's something that we've done a lot different. Branch and I ran upwards of 5 low days in a row, and I probably never did that last year, at most maybe 3. So just a little bit different, as well as the carb cycle last year was more fitted to body parts versus just carb cycling. So now we just have highs and low days. It doesn't matter what body part it lines up with, because I'm pretty balanced. I feel like before we had to change food around a little bit just to make up for weak body parts. As far as training goes, I was a lot more strict and meticulous last year. Training with Brett was a lot more progressive overload. This off season, I think one thing we did was just push my boundaries and my limits, see how strong I could really get, and also push my volume up a lot, which I think increased my maturity a lot in my muscle. I think there is some benefits and some risk and reward, if you will, to this type of training. Here at the end, I've had some dings and some little tears and stuff that I have to mitigate. So it's something that going to the next 6 weeks of the Arnold, training is gonna have to be reevaluated a little bit and be a little less crazy and a little bit more locked in and intense in form, just in hindsight. So knowing that, moving forward after these 7 days, we'll go into a little bit stricter training, but that doesn't mean intensity is gonna take a hit at all. So definitely some big changes, and with those big changes, we're gonna see a totally different physique because of it. So, I mean, obviously, everyone's getting a lot of hype going into the show, and I'm not getting any, and honestly, it's kind of a chip on my shoulder and makes me that much more excited to go show people who I actually am. So I use it more as motivation versus letting it kind of get to me as an anxious feeling. I know there's some big names coming, but I beat some really big names last year. I got 4th at this show, and in my opinion, I looked like dog shit. I was 80% of what I can be, and this year I'm gonna bring 100%. With that 100% and the improvements that I made, I feel like I can beat a lot of really, really good bodybuilders, if not some of the best out there. So I'll get to prove myself, and the fact that big names are coming makes it that much more worth it. So when I do win, nobody gets to say that I won a fluff-ass show. They get to say I beat some really good bodybuilders. As far as not getting talked about or being the underdog, I love it. Let me be the dark horse. Let me be the underdog all day. I know what I'm capable of, and I'll show everybody. I'm very excited for that. Yeah, so this is actually something that you guys got to see this morning talking with Branch. One of the things he said when we were leaving the house was, soak it all in, man. This is the last time you're probably going to get to sleep in your own bed and do the show the next day. He said when he won the Dallas Europa, he got to sleep in his own bed and go win a show. And ever since then, it's been Arnold Classics and Olympias practically. So, you know, he said, soak it all in, enjoy it. It's a crazy feeling. To be honest, to me, it means a lot. Because no, I'm not from Texas, but I pride myself on being Texas's bodybuilder now. I want to be the guy that everybody talks about as the Texas bodybuilder. I know we have Hunter Labrada. I know we have Steve Kuklo. I know we have some Patrick Moores and some other big names here in Texas. But at the end of the day, you know, Branch, Warren, and Ronnie Coleman were known for hard work. And I hope that if nothing else, I can wear that badge on my shoulder. And that makes me Texas's bodybuilder. But we go prove ourselves at this show. And I think it just makes our name that much more known that we want to be Texas's hard working bodybuilder and have a good time doing it. So I'm very excited. It is really cool that I get to sleep in my own bed, train in my own gyms, do my own thing all the way up till show day. It's a good experience, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because we have 6 more weeks and we have to go do it somewhere clear across the world. So it's just another show, it's just another day, but we have to be perfect just like every other day, and super excited to just get to it. All right, guys, so last but not least, you just want to know how the session was today. So as you guys saw, pretty fluffy, felt like a pussy. I hate training like this. I want to drive myself into the ground, but we know that that's not going to do any benefit here. I'm not going to grow any muscle right now, and at the end of the day, it's just going to dig a hole. So got a good pump, enjoyed myself. We have a rest day tomorrow, and we get to relax, kick our feet up. And then after that, we have a few pump sessions. So like I told you guys, Monday we're going to do a light back session. Tuesday is a light chest session, and Wednesday is a light shoulder and an arm session. And really it's just to shuttle food around, keep my metabolism going, move water, and just keep things pretty normal. But pull back on weight, all that stuff will be really fluffy. You guys will be along for the ride. And other than that, just super excited to get to it, guys. We're not going to change a lot going into the show. We kind of have an idea on how many high days, how many regular days, and how many low days we want to do going into it. But my body will dictate some of that as well. As fast as my metabolism is, sometimes you don't really get to determine what the next meal is. My body determines that for me. So we'll definitely have to be along for the ride. But more than anything, just keep things simple. You start changing too much stuff, you start making big manipulations, and there's a big chance that you're going to botch it and have a big uh-oh. So we don't want that. We like how I look on an everyday, regular basis, so we just keep things pretty plain and simple. Cut water back a little bit, make sure we dry up, and go out and win this thing. So happy to have you guys along for the ride. Glad you could watch this shoulder session. Please like, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. But continue to follow along the journey, guys. We got a few more days. We're going to take you guys along for the ride, and we'll see you guys back at the house for a post-workout meal. Peace.